Hey, thanks for joining Blue Collar Finance. We're going to try to do some classes now. I'm going to start replaying some of my FINRA exam classes, my Series 65, 66 ones that happen every Friday night. If you like what they're doing, come join us, man. It costs 25 bucks a month to join the class. It's super cheap. Also, check me out on YouTube over at Series 7 Whisperer, Instagram under the same name, Series 7 Whisperer, and the tick of the talk at Series 7 Whisperer. Check me out. Let's go. Let's see how this class goes. Let's get on it. Also, don't forget to leave a rating if you like what I'm doing, and give me 5 stars if you want, or don't. We'll figure it out.
I have a question that I got stumped on. I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
And I don't know what the correct answer is because I haven't finished my exam. So.
Okay. Is this happening?
Past perfect?
Yeah, motherfuckers. I knew it was a bad one.
Lisa, just send me a Facebook message and I'll get you added to the chat we're in.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you guys answering that question. What time is it at? Just FYI.
2 to 4.
Eastern time?
Eastern.
All right, I'll be there. I'll send it to you now.
It's all my
Okay.
time, so.
Thanks, Michael.
You got it.
Eastern is the only thing that counts. Okay, so this is such a crap question. Okay.
Sorry.
My dogs have learned to ignore dogs now, so it's good. Okay. Here's the thing. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is not how it works in the real world, but let's go through it. So the only one that probably would reconfirm as a subject quote. Here's why. Okay. Out firm and bona fide, they're quotes. They are locked in. They are firm. If I give you a quote to buy bonds at a certain price, I'm buying the bonds. And if I don't buy them, yeah, it's called backing away. So the 3 and 4 will not be reconfirmed because they are bona fide quote is a real quote, bona fide, bona fide, depending where you live. And then out firm means it's a firm quote, which means they are absolutely going to be honored. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So there's no reason to reconfirm it because I've already said I'm willing to buy or sell at that price, and I don't have to challenge it.
So the reconfirm part means like you're reconfirming the purchase?
Because the seller came in, yes.
Okay.
Okay, and let's just say something different, but this is the only way it would work. A workable indication is literally just say, hey, it's trading around 32. That's all. That's not a bid or an offer. There's nothing. A subject quote is, oh, I'm willing to buy at 40 subject to certain conditions, like that it's more than 20, it's more than 50 shares or more than 1,000 shares, or if something doesn't change. So a subject quote would be like, hey, here's my quote, but it's subject to conditions. So then you would go back and say, look, here's the deal. Are you still willing to buy or sell it at that price?
Okay, got it.
That's and look, and if it's different than that, let me know. But it's probably going to happen. That's the only way I think it works. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, or do I get to go home early?
You are home.
I know. After last night, it was brutal. I got redirected to fucking Kennedy. Okay.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
This is Stephanie. Can you do like a mutual fund question, like the 100 divided? I don't understand any of that crap.
Oh, you mean the NAV thing?
Yeah, that thing.
It's important because actually I'm going to do it now, but it's on my list to do a video. My next math video is going to have those things in there. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
When does that video come out?
When I record it. The problem is, while I'm doing this, the problem is I've been so goddamn busy, which is good. Okay. So let's say the NAV is $10. Now remember, POP, right? POP is NAV plus the sales charge. Do we all agree on that? Okay. Now, if they give you a percentage, say it's a 5% sales charge, you think, oh, it's 5% of 10, but it is not 5% of 10 because the sales charge is percentage of the POP. So you have to do stupid voodoo math where you have to do what's 100 minus 5?
95.
So that's 95%. So you would have to do 10 because you're trying to find out what 10 is 95% of. So you're going to do 10 divided by 95%. And what's my POP? Yeah. Oh, Tom, I know you. So are you in the? I have one video on collars in the options basics playlist. I don't do math on it because I might have done math on it, but it's more recognition on the test than anything else. I'll try to find it and throw it in the chat before we end up.
Thanks, Ken. Sorry
Yeah, no
to interrupt you. Thanks.
No worries. I saw it. I can't let a text go unanswered. Okay, so now. So what is 10 divided by 95%? No, since people have a problem with this, what's the decimal equation for 95%?
0.95.
Yes.
So I got 10.526. Do I round to make it 10?
Just do 10.52.
10.52. Okay.
Yeah, if they look, if they either gonna offer that or this, either way works, right? They're
Yes,
not going to give you this or 1053. Kaplan might, S past perfect might, but the test won't. They're not going to give you both of those.
Cool.
Okay. So does that seem easy enough?
It does. I think I was making it complicated.
Of course, that's what everyone does. That's the way the test does. Okay. So what if I said this? I want everyone to put it in tell me what my sales chart, when I get my drink, everyone tell me what my sales charge percentage is. And if he's 10, the POP is 1075. Tell me what the sales charge percentage is. Guys, no one's going to. I'm just
Sum divided by sales charge.
Pop minus nav divided by pop.
Right.
Don't cheat.
It's a group effort.
When I walk out of the room,
Say 12%.
we cheated and still only 4 people answered.
5.
Okay. So it's going to be, so what are we going to do? So it's 1075 minus 10, 10.75 minus 10, right?
Yeah.
Equals 75 cents. Then I'm going to divide that by 10.75.
Oh,
Because it's out of the POP, my man.
I fucked up.
When you pass your exams, my check goes to PG, I think. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want me to do the 24 first?
No, just stick with this, please. So if I do 0.75 divided by 0.7.5, 10.75%, what do I get? 0.75 divided by 10.75 equals 0.75 divided by 10.75 equals 6.9%. Did anyone get that, or even 7 even?
Yeah, I rounded up.
After you explained it, I got it right.
Yeah, but nobody posted it except for Stephanie.
No, I did.
Oh, where?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. I see it's 7. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you were early on. I missed that. Okay.
Can you do one more for kicks and giggles?
Yeah, of course we're gonna do it.
Thank you.
NAV of 22 and a POP of 23.5. Nobody yell it out, just put it in the chat. So Katie, did you just get in here or you were here before?
I've been in here since the start.
Okay, good. Because they just said, come on. I wanted to make sure you knew what we were doing. That's all.
I know what we're doing now, but I missed the first two questions because I'm still working.
God, working at 3 in the afternoon? What the hell? On a Friday?
Yeah, I'm working the late shift today.
I'm kidding. Okay, so what are we doing here? So 22. Let's see how many people got it right. Am I missing? Okay. Okay, so Stephanie, what do you do first?
So I have 22 on the top, and underneath I have parentheses 22 minus 23.5.
Well, you first do that. Just do 23.5 minus 22.
Oh, so 23.5 minus 22. Okay, I did that.
Okay, do that first. What do you get?
Yeah, so I've got 1.75.
Do that on a calculator. Don't do it in your head. Never anyone ever do anything in your head.
1.5.
Good. Now divide that by 23.5.
Oh, Ken, I was being an idiot. I put the 22 on top.
Yeah, once I do the one thing, are we good? What'd you get?
Yeah, so now I've got 15.6 repeating.
No, hold on. All I want to do 1.5. Type in your calculator, right? Just clear it all out.
Yes, sir.
Do 1.5
1.5
divided, sign,
divided by
23.5.
23.5.
Now, what do you see as the answer?
Oh, now I see 0.063, so that would be 6.3%.
Good. We're going to do another one.
Thank you.
Make sure everyone gets it. 8. I don't even do the math yet. Let's see if it works. So we're going to do 8.65 minus 8. That gives us 0.65. Did everyone get that far?
Yes.
Did anyone not get that far? Okay. And then you divide it. 8.65.
And you do 0.65 divided by 8.65, right?
Yep. And what'd you get?
Don't you get 75%?
Well, it's 7.5%, right?
Yes.
Yep.
0.075.
Yeah, because 75% is 0.75.
And this is to find sales charge.
Sales charge percentage. Yep. And since we're on a roll, we're going to do one more the other way. Boom. Looks like everyone's getting it. Let's say I have an NAV of 15 and a sales charge of 7%. What is my POP? These will be on my next video called Burning Math instead of Burning Man.
Yep.
As much as people like the other guy's stuff, he's not as original as I am.
I don't know who says that. I like you way better.
No,
I don't like that. I don't like your best friend.
You keep up with my brain.
Oh, yeah. That's not good, Emily.
It is for me.
Is the 7% the pop?
What? We're trying to find the POP now.
7% the sales charge.
So, Katie, you might have missed this one. This is why I kind of went back and forth on this. I want to see if everyone can do it still.
So we're looking for the pop.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's a joke in there, Sarah, looking for pop, but I'm not going to say it.
Lame.
Well, I'm saying like girls at a strip club always looking for pop. Okay, so no.
You said it anyway, so.
I know, but no, I was gonna say girls walking the streets. But I sucked the stripper. But he's a little more classy. Okay. So 15 divided by 0.93, that's what we did, right?
Yep.
15 divided by 0.93 equals 16.1213, whatever. Is everyone good with that? Wait,
No.
Emily, how'd you get 16.2?
I keep messing up my numbers because I'm used to the keyboard, the number keyboard, whatever here. I meant to put 1,
Okay,
2.
got it. Okay.
Wait, can you go over this really quick? Because
Of course I'm going to go over it again. So understand. So if I give you the sales charge percentage and the NAV, remember the sales charge is out of the POP, not the NAV. Do we agree on that?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm just I have to find out what the POP is. So can we agree? Understand something? So if this 7% is out of the POP, we have to understand that this is going to be 97% lower than this, because that's the difference. So so this is going to be 93% of that. So you're going to do 15 divided by 0.93. That's going to equal whatever it equals, 16.12.
I did a 15 divided by 100 minus 7.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just cheating it. So it's 100. So 100 minus 7 is 93. You do 93%. Here's the thing. They might use a word salad, and you have to understand they might say, what is it called? And it's the NAV divided by the complement of the sales charge. They may use that word instead of making doing the math. So that 100 minus 7 is called the complement of the sales charge. I just call it opposite.
I have a question. So I thought the formula was NAB plus SC
It is.
equals POP. So why is it divided instead of added?
Because but this way, let me make it clear on this. If I did this, $1.30, yes, you would just add, right? So it'd be 16.30. Does that make sense, Isabella?
I'm trying to figure out where you got the 1.30.
No, I mean, I made it up. It came out of my head.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So if I said the sales charge was 1.3, you would just add them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. 16.30 would be my POP. Does that make sense?
Right.
That's
But
easy.
if it's a
That's what
percentage-
you're saying. 100% we're good. That's the situation you're giving me, and you can get asked that. But here's the deal. So, but in case they gave you the sales charge percentage instead of the number, and here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
What is the percentage of? Is it of the NAV or the POP?
The POP.
So you can't do it out of this. You have to, that's why you have to find out. Look, understand something. So if you bought, what was it, 16.13? 16, we figured out the number, 16.13. So it's really $1.13 or whatever, but this 7% is of this. And the only way to get that is to divide this by 100 minus this to get this.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Because you're trying to find out, because understand, in this case, this is 93% of this, because this is 7.
Mm-hmm.
If this was 8, let's do another one. If this was 8, this would be 92% of this. So I would do one. So let's go through this one more time. Everyone, Stephanie, I want you to walk me through this. Because Isabella, I think you got it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Stephanie, walk me through this. What do I do?
Okay, yes, sir. So you're going to have on the top 15, but you're first going to start with the bottom, and you're going to do 100 minus 16.13, right?
Just do 8. Hold on. Do 100 minus 8.
Oh gosh. Okay. 100 minus 8, so that's going to be 15 over 92.
Over 0.92, right?
Yes, sir.
So do that.
0.92 divided by 0.92. 15 divided by 0.92.
What do you get?
A weird number.
Of course. What's the number?
16.3.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, thank you.
Michael, is this working for you or no?
Mhm.
It's just the options that are killing you, right?
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay.
I can't stand-
Good. Katie, this okay?
Yeah.
Sam,
was
is this okay? No, you're good. I just made Sam, is this working?
Yes, yes, sorry, I just joined late, so
I
that's
know.
it's working. I'm good.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you so much.
Okay, Mary, this working? Is he getting it too or no?
He's getting it faster than I am.
Yeah, I think what you should do is take it
Yeah,
at home.
yeah,
I know, and have him sit under the desk and just whisper you the answer.
yeah. Nice.
Okay, so is everyone kind of okay with this now?
I can absolutely do it. It's just that I need to be reminded like the day before the exam of, okay, the repetitiveness of it. Like just right now, I haven't even refreshed myself on that
Right.
in like a week and a half.
Well, that's why I tried to do that one video where it's just math problem after, not the break even one, the math palooza, just math over math, just so it's stuck in your goddamn head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are like the last things I got to see before I
Right.
walk
So
in.
the good thing is not heavily tested. You won't see a lot of them.
Right.
Okay. Anything else? I have a couple of requests for a couple of things, but I want to see if there's anything else first. Anyone else have issues with other stuff?
I do, but it's an option question, just in
Are
theory.
you
But I
going to
can
be
wait
on
until
in the
I can wait
second
till
half or no?
next. I can
Okay,
wait
that's
till the
fine.
next
Okay.
one.
Can we do math, beta, and alpha?
You know, you're the request I got, but I'm seeing if anyone else first. I heard that you got one already. I want to give somebody else one first, and then we'll go on to that. Okay. So anyone else have something first? If not, we're going to go into beta and alpha.
Yeah, is LMV and SMV options?
No, that's margin.
Okay, I had 4 of those questions on the exam, and
Okay. And you felt uncomfortable with them, right?
I felt like I understood I understood how to do the math walking in, and then reading the questions, trying to interpret the answer. I don't think I got those questions right, and there were too many.
Right. How
And
many
I,
do you think you think you got 4 or 5 of them?
yeah, and like I studied the LMV margin because I knew it was what I was lacking, but I also like in one of your videos you said don't stress too much about this one. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then there was like 4 questions.
Okay, so let's see. This right here is a combined margin account. Okay, this is both. So now, so I'm going to mark. So if LMV is low market value, I'm going to say that's 20K. Then my debit balance is 8K. I do not do them together. I have never done them together. It is not the way I think, and I'm not doing that because then you got to learn stupid formulas, and I'm not about stupid formulas. I like learning this shit. Okay, so now the credit balance on the short side is 48K, and the short market value is 30K. That's our numbers right now. Like when I rewrote this from the exam, it was neater, but I'm too lazy to change. Now, so how do we get equity in a long margin account?
So your equity,
Yeah.
so your LMV is anything you've held for longer than a year.
Well, no, hold on. That's long-term capital gain. If I bought it a day ago, it's still long market value. Remember, LMV just means I'm long it. Means I own it. It could be a week. It could be a day.
Okay, so your ownership account.
Yeah. So at market value minus debit balance equals equity. So my market value is 20. My debit is 8. What's my equity?
Oh, okay. Debit balance 8, so 12.
Yep, easy stuff. So it makes sense, right? It's worth 20. I owe 8. I got 12 in equity.
Okay. The questions were posed as if somebody buys like 5,000 of something, what is your, I think it was, what's your new SMV?
Okay, we'll get there. But if you can't do this, you can't do that, right? Like if you can't get the buying power in this situation, then you can't do the other ones where they fuck with shit. So let's make sure we can get this first, and then I'll throw some curves at you.
Okay.
So
I have a question. This might be dumb, but
and I do apologize to Mary's child. I can't stop. Okay, so now.
Why?
He hears it all the time. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, Sam, go ahead.
Mr. Desby versus
Asians eat snow.
Russian children must eat
Russian
snow.
Sorry. Sorry. Told you it might be a dumb question. It started off terribly.
That's right. Okay. So we just get so long is Mr. Desby, short as Russian children must eat snow.
Okay, thank you.
It's not racist, but that's anyway. Okay, so now, so what? So Kate, let's keep going on this, and everyone can just follow along, right? If you want to put answers in here in the chat, go ahead. Okay, so now my equity is 12 grand. Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's worth minus what I owe, so it leaves 12. Now, how much do they want me to have in the account? That's the reg T. What's reg T?
The amount you're supposed to deposit
Sure.
for your transaction.
So what number is that?
Half of 12, 6.
No.
Half of the market value.
Yes, have market value.
So
So
10,000.
it's half, because remember, it's always half the current market value. Because equity is fine, but it's half the current market value. So it's 10K. Remember that. That's why we're screwing up. So reg T is half the market value. That's how they always want you to have 50% in your account.
Okay.
We okay with that?
Yeah.
So if this stock went to 30, they want 15. If it went to 80, they want 40. Does that make sense?
What does the R stand for again?
Reg T.
Reg T.
Reg T is always 50% of the current market value.
Okay.
And how much equity do I have?
12.
How much do they want me to have?
10.
How much extra do I have?
2.
That's SMA. Equity minus reg T is SMA. If you follow this pattern, margin's a cakewalk. So what's buying power?
Your buying power is your equity?
2 times
This is
SMA.
the SMA.
There you go. So here's why. If I want to buy 10,000 in stock, I can put down 5 grand and buy the 10 grand in a margin account. Do we agree on? I'll finish writing and then we'll go. So if I want to buy 10,000, I have to deposit 5 grand. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So can we also say that if I have 5 grand, I can buy 10 grand? So whatever cash I have, I can double that and buy that with margin. So if I want to buy 10, I put down 5. That's literally the same as saying if I have 5, I can buy 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So SMA is like cash. So if my SMA is 2 grand, I can buy double the amount in stock.
Okay.
It's not cash, it's just excess equity, but they treat it like cash.
So what would be the excess equity?
2 grand.
Okay.
How much? So Isabella, how much equity do I have?
How much what? I'm sorry.
How much equity?
12.
How much do they want me to have?
10.
So I have 2 grand extra. That's called
Mhm.
SMA also.
Okay.
Good. Good on the buying power. Now, let's try. I'm not going to worry about the short one yet. I want to do this.
Okay, before you move on to the next one, quick question.
Uh-huh.
So let's say you have a question like that and you have all of that calculated, and then it says later on, a year later or a
That's what
month
I'm
later,
about
the
to
market
do.
goes up.
See, Isabella, that's what I was about to do before you
Okay.
so rudely interrupted. No, I'm kidding.
I am so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all right. So let's say the stock, say 3 days later, the stock goes to 30K. I want everyone to come up with SMA buying power, not verbally in the chat. Follow the rules. The only hint I'm going to give you is that debit balance does not change.
That was my question. If anything changes after.
You're gonna, now, so debit doesn't. So now do all the rest of the math. Just do it like you
Mhm.
normally do it.
Got it.
Do it in the chat. Okay. So Jessica, you got the short one right?
Yeah.
I didn't ask that. What if do this one? What if it went to 30? What would happen? We good. You got, by the way, you got it right, so you're good. But stay in the moment.
Okay. Let's see.
So I have equity is 22K. My right T is 50. So Kate, how far did you get this far?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then what's my SMA?
The S is 7.
And then what's my buying power?
Your B is 14.
Yeah. It's not hard.
No, I'm mad I missed it.
Just follow the rules.
So can I have a note? Like, I guess if the market goes down, the SMA doesn't change? Is that right? Or
Yes.
did I write that down wrong?
No, you're correct. You can't, you have to
Okay.
lose, you have to use the SMA to lose it.
Okay.
So here's the thing. So watch, so say the stock does go down, right? Say it goes, so you have SMA of 7. Say the stock goes to 25. You do all math in your world, that doesn't matter. Your SMA is still 7K. Kind of like this. Dominique, do you own a house?
Yes.
Okay. If you take out a home equity loan, right? And then the house drops, you still have the loan, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is. That's
Okay,
it's literally the
makes
same
sense.
thing. So it's just allowing you to withdraw the money.
Hmm.
They did this right after the crash so that people who would still have money to live off of, the millionaires, the hundredaires, whatever, would have some money to pay their chauffeurs. Okay. Now, is this okay with everyone? This makes sense? It's easy stuff. Okay. So now, let's do the short side now. Just do the short side by itself. So it's going to be, remember, this is Asians eat milk, right? Russian children must eat snow. Okay. So the credit balance is 48 grand. Credit balance, whenever you see the word credit balance, you have to know that that's a short margin account. Whenever you see debit, that's a long margin account. So the first step is credit minus market. That leaves me a grand total of 18 grand. Then the next step doesn't change. It's always equity minus rate T for SMA. That's long or short, same damn problem. So equity minus rate T. What's rate T, everyone? Why, yes, it's 15 grand, not 24,000. Because it's half the market value, not half the credit balance. Is everyone caught up to me on this so far? Anyone behind? Okay. So my 18 minus 15 is 3. There's my estimate.
That's fine. Okay.
We okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you determine between, you said the long and the short?
Oh, credit means short, debit means long every time.
But is that stated in the
They
preface
will
to this?
always say it.
Oh.
They have to say one of them or they can't do margin.
How are they stating it? I mean, because you don't have it written up there, like.
They'll say credit balance like that right there. Here,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on. I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Lisa. I got you. Hold on.
They'll say long market or short. Is what my questions on my exam said.
Here we go. Hold on. I'll show you. Where's 19? Can't see it yet, I don't think. Am I sharing the word pad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at number 19.
This account has the following status. Oh, okay.
Look, there.
Short.
They're gonna say it a million times. They're not hiding the ball. Oh, actually, let's do this one. Let's not answer the question. Let's just figure out what the SMA and equity is, if there is any. On this one, since it's a real one. Russian children.
Wait, what number are we looking at? 18 or 19?
19, the one that has credit balance.
Are we doing the short?
Yeah, how do we know it's short?
Because it says if all of the short securities.
And it says credit. Short works, but I'm just saying if they don't say short, if you see CR is credit.
Okay. Russian children
Must eat snow.
uh,
Or you can use Sam's, but it doesn't help you at all, but it makes you laugh.
Ken, you say a lot of things.
I know. That's why I'm making funny. I know you can handle it.
I need to grab something. I wrote down your Kenisms.
Oh God.
I wrote.
Well, if you find my
listened
gorilla
to-
style video, I think I tried to do that, most of that.
The one where you're outside almost getting stung by a bee.
No, that's my quick and dirty. That's the
Yeah.
30-minute. There's a long
Protecting the
one.
chipmunks from eating the tomatoes.
Yes, that's right. No,
Yeah.
hold on. That was years ago too. That was a long time ago.
I watched that video like 8 times. So
Me
fun.
too.
But then the gorilla style is the other one, which is an hour of just like stupid little sayings.
I think I watched both and took notes on both.
Okay.
I have a couple pages of just your Kenisms.
That's great.
Okay, Ken, so quick question for you. So the market value, sir, so I've got the 52K as the credit.
Yep.
And then we know that I'm supposed to do C minus M to get M, is that right?
Yep. No, C minus M to get E, right?
So, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, how am I doing that?
So what's my equity? Everyone, what's my equity? I love that I see calculators being used.
Equity is 17.
17K. I love it. Okay. Now, what's my reg T?
17.5.
Ah, so my equity is below my reg T, right?
Yeah.
Guess what I don't have anything of then?
SMA.
Yep, my SMA is 0. Not negatives. There's no negatives on Wall Street.
Oh, I got 500, I guess.
Yeah, because because
So reg T minus.
Yeah.
it's not reg T minus equity, it's equity minus reg T.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So if you see
wow.
negative, it's a 0.
Can we answer this question though?
Right.
Oh, well, after everyone gets this, let's walk before we can run, people. Okay. So now, does everyone get this? I can do another one before we answer this question.
I missed how to get M on this. Like Mr. Desby, I can do all day, but Russian children eat snow. I don't get how to get the
M is just short market value.
Right.
M is
Oh,
market.
looks really
They
good.
gave it to you.
Okay. Yeah.
They remember something. On the long side, they have to give you debit. They have to give you market value. On the short side, they have to give you credit balance. They have to give you market value. Short market.
That's fair. Thank you.
For reg T minus equity, how come we don't?
No, it's equity minus reg T. It's always E minus R, not the other way around.
On both sides, long and short?
Yeah, it's the same formula on both, which makes life so much easier. Understand, if you think about the concept, it's how much equity I have versus how much they want me to have. If I have more than reg T, I have money to withdraw. If I have less, I have 0.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say
Always can get what the reg T is, and then you'll get what the equity is.
Yep. Oh, yeah, remember, if you have the credit in the market, you can get equity. So what if my market value was 30 grand? Do it that way. Then we'll do this question. And then we'll try to get into beta and alpha.
Ken, that's what I forgot today. Beta and alpha.
Oh, there you go. We're going to get it in there.
So if market value is 30.
Credit is still staying at 52.
Yeah, I made it easy. Sing credit. So 52 minus 30
Two.
is 22K, right? Do we agree on that?
Yep.
Okay. What's reg T?
15.
Good. So what's my SMA?
4.
Hold on.
0.
Hold on. What's my equity?
22.
What's my reg T?
15.
How much extra do I have?
7.
7.
7.
Oh.
But
Do
didn't
you do
you
it in your head, Michael?
Yeah, I divided for some reason.
Okay. Just
I'm confused. I thought you said if it would be 0 because the other one was.
yeah, because the equity was below the reg T. Now the equity is higher than the reg T.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Sam, where's the equity?
22.
How much do they want me to have in the account?
15.
So I have 7 extra.
Yeah. Got it. Mhm.
So then your buying power would be double.
Yeah, 14, but they never asked that on the short side.
Well, screw them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. They never asked that on the short side, you said, right?
Nope. Okay. Now, going back to this, and can anyone answer this question? It's a trick question.
It is a trick question.
Yeah.
'Cause
Which
But-
one?
Don't, if you yell the answer out, I'm going to boot you.
I was just gonna say that the margin maintenance call would be at 30% because it's short, right?
Yes. That you can say. Now try to figure out the answer and throw it in the chat.
Well, I can't figure out the answer.
Of
As far
course
as
you
I
can. There's a trick. It's not a trick. There's just like, there's a little trick to do. Remember, the point is, as stock goes up, we lose equity, right? Does everyone agree that since we're short, we want it to go down?
Oh, yeah.
So we don't want it to go up. Up is bad. So they're asking, how, Michael, how far up will it go before you get a maintenance call?
I'm the innocent one. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. How far up will it go before you get a maintenance call? So if the market value is 35, at what point will you get a maintenance call of 30%? They're not, no, this way, not how many points will it move, exactly what is the new market value where you will hit minimum maintenance. And if you can't get, I'm going to give you 30 seconds and then we're going to do it. Because I don't want to roll over into my options because I have a student after.
I don't know. I'm getting 24.5.
It's a trick question. Okay, here we go. All you have to do is do credit divided by 1.3.
Where the fuck did you come up with 1.3?
Because it's 30%.
Oh, 30%.
Credit divided by 1.3.
Credit?
Credit divided by 1.3.
Why would you do the credit and not the market value?
Because we're doing it to find a market value.
So C.
So if you do 52 divided by 1.3, you should get
40,000.
So if you have 40,000 in market value, you have 12 grand in equity, which means that's 30% of 40. Just memorize it. I mean, if you want to know why, it's because you're trying to find out what credit is 130% of. So if you have a credit of 52, you divide it by 1.3, you get 40 grand. That means if the stock goes over 40 grand, you're going to be below minimum maintenance and you're going to have to drop some cash. Just memorize the damn formula. And while you're on a roll, if it's on the long side, it's debit divided by 0.75, which is the opposite as the complement of 25%.
So you're just saying do the multiplication of the margin maintenance on the credit and the debit?
But it's 1.3 versus, right? So they're saying, they're not asking, if they ask what is minimum maintenance, you do 25% of 35 grand. Does that make sense? If they, 30%. If they say what is minimum maintenance, you're just going to find out what 30% of the market value is. But if they say at what market value will you get a maintenance call, you have to do credit divided by 1.3. I mean, you can sit there and try to fuck around with it and go, okay, 40 grand, what happens? So 8 grand, you can reverse engineer it. But just do divided by 1.3. And then you're going to get one question on the whole test on it. Okay.
And we're doing, it's 1.3 because
It's 130%, because the 30% is that minimum equity, minimum maintenance on a short account is 30%, minimum equity on a long account is 25%. That's why it's 1.3, because it's 30, it's whatever the credit balance is 30% over.
okay.
Okay, so let's say you have a portfolio. This is so easy. You have a portfolio that has a beta of 1.5. And the S&P goes up 12%. But your actual return was 21%. So that's what your portfolio is expected to do 1.5 times the market. And you did 21%. Did you do better or worse than expected? So beta is a multiplier. You take the beta, you multiply it times the market. You do 12 times 1.5. That should give you a grand total of 18%. That's your expected return. Does anyone not see how I got that? Remember, you don't have to calculate beta. If you do have to do the math, they will tell you what it is, and they will tell you what the market is. Kaplan likes to hide. I don't think STC did as much, but Kaplan loves to hide what the market did in like a convoluted question. So does everyone see how I got 18%? Does anyone not see how I got 18%? Okay.
I was looking away. I'm sorry.
Okay. What's my beta?
You said 1.5.
What'd the market do?
12%.
Multiply.
Okay.
You get 18, right? Good.
So then you were
what did
lower.
I do compared to? So that's the beta. That's risk adjusted.
Okay.
How much did I actually do?
21.
How much extra did I do?
3%.
That's alpha.
That's alpha.
Yeah, that's fucking easy, right?
The 3%
Stephanie, does that work?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Or is that too easy?
It's easy.
Yeah, that's the thing that people don't like. That's the thing that people don't like. So what if I did 16%? Did I do better or worse than expected?
Better.
Worse.
So by how much?
2%.
So that's negative alpha.
Negative.
Okay. That makes sense. Now, what if I wanted a portfolio that was less volatile in the market? Would I want a beta more than 1 or less than 1?
Less than 1?
Right. Conservative is under 1.8. So let's do that. If I had a beta of 0.8, what would my expected return be if the market went up 12%?
9.6.
Did everyone get that?
Yes.
Yeah, Jenna, the question you showed me, don't worry, that's not how they're going to ask it.
Okay, I was totally lost.
Jenna
on
showed
that
me this thing. It's like, this is what I said. They try to hide it. They go, I'm not going to, it's like they basically give you like 32 different points and you have to figure out what it is. Don't worry about it. They're literally, it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. So do we agree that this should be not, my expected return is 9.6 here? So I do worse in a good market, but what if the market went down 12%? What would my return be?
Negative
Negative what?
9.6.
Yes. So I actually do better in a bad market because instead of losing 12, I only lose 9.6. So I don't do as well when it's good, but I do better when it's worse. So if I had a beta 1.5, I would go up 18, and if the market went down 12, I go down 18. So beta over 1 means you're moving more than the market, whatever direction it goes. What do you think a negative beta does? What do you think if I had What if the market went down 12% and I had a -1 beta?
Wouldn't that be double?
Oh, Malachi. You come out. Okay. Real quick. So it's -1. You just move you go up 12.
I was like, wouldn't it be positive?
Yeah, you go up 12.
I knew it was something like that.
But you're good. Okay. Here, I have a question for everyone. How many people are not in the 8 o'clock group? Is there anyone not in the 8 o'clock group?
Me,
Who's me?
Isabella.
Oh, okay. But you don't need it, right?
No, I'm just refreshing my mind.
Yeah, no, that's
for when
fine.
I
Okay.
take it.
So the reason is because I'm going to ask Malachi to come into the next group.
Okay.
Do you mind doing that or no?
No, I can log off.
No, because Malachi passed the test, and I wanted to, and he just took it the other day. Actually, you know what? You have 2 minutes. Tell me what, so I don't have to kill you. Go out drinking. What'd you see on the exam?
All right, so I'm gonna just tell everybody real quick the best thing to do. So the exam is nothing like what any of the vendors give you. I'm gonna just tell you that off the bat. Second thing, okay, so the reason why it's different is because, like, you know how they give you those questions like, oh, if it's a bonds trading, yeah, you might get like 10 questions that are like straightforward like that, and you'll get like 10 questions. Yeah, you'll get like 10 questions maybe in each category that's kind of straightforward like that. Maybe like 40 questions total max. Everything else is all suitability. And what I mean by that is they're going to ask you questions about like, okay, you have a client who walked in, they want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What's going to be the best thing for them? I promise you, stick to Ken's advice when he talks about if you're talking about safety, you want to go with treasuries. Now, I tell you what makes this exam difficult. I found it out the second time I took it, why everyone struggles with this exam. It's because they give you 2 answers that are good, but just one is just slightly better because of the suitability in the questions. Like they'll tell you like, for example, they'll say like a guy he wants to retire soon and he's looking for safety. And then, like, for example, like they'll give you like, he wants variable, and they'll give you a variable annuity, and then they'll give you a growth fund. But depending on the situation, it's going to be the growth fund because he doesn't have a lot of time to invest in a variable annuity. And he showed, and then it had in the answer, excuse me, it had variable annuity with like death benefit on it. So like I knew right then and there, I'm like, he's not going to be able to live with, like, there's no point of having a variable annuity with a death benefit if there's nobody. And the question didn't phrase that he had family members or anything like that, or a wife or nothing. He was all alone. So I went with the growth fund and just little things like that. That's going to be, and then another thing, you will not think that you will not know that you passed your exam. That is one thing I will tell you. Ken says, oh, it's going to feel like you're failing. No matter what you do, you're going to feel like it because there is always 2 good answers and one is just slightly better than the other one. That is what I noticed. And then, and what I did was I was like, you know what? I just trust my instincts. I spent 2 minutes on each question. And after I was done, I moved on. I did not think about it anymore. Unless I knew the question was really wrong, I went back to it, which I did one time. Because something came to me. And, oh, God, that was the right answer. So I went back and I fixed that one answer. But that was because I was 100% sure. Then I went and finished the test. At the end, I had 5 minutes left. I was like, I told myself confidently, I said, I gave this test everything I had. There is nothing more I could have done differently to pass this thing. And I'm going to live with whatever the result is. And I put it in.
Good stuff, my man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
I was actually at a concert last night and I was checking my the FINRA Ken site to see if you had chimed in yet to find out if you passed, because I was just thinking about you all night. I was like, oh God, I hope you passed.
Yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, I could just say, just stick with Ken. Obviously, he's awesome. But like, it's so funny because we learn all this stuff, and the reason why, and I finally learned why we learn all this stuff. It's not even because of it's not even because the questions are going to be phrased a certain type of way. You just have to understand why something's better than the other thing, so that you can knock it out from your question for suitability. That is all it is.
Suck.
The questions is all suitability. So you have to know the tricks. For example, if they say, oh, they'll throw something in there and make it look good, but at the end of the day, if you know the rules and the tricks, like for example, if they said, oh, this person had a variable annuity 3 times in the last year, and they're trying to get another one because they had a really valid reason, it doesn't matter. You would say no because they've already been charged enough fees in the last 36 months. You know what I mean? The 3-year rule will apply. So it's just little things like that. Like that test is a bitch because it literally will make you feel like, because they give, like, I literally submitted my test and I had 40 questions. I was 50-50. But at the end of the day, I was like, I gave it my best attempt, but it wasn't like a guessing type of thing. I trusted my hard work. So that's one thing I'm going to say too. And I also I feel really confident too because I got a bad draw and I passed anyway. Like I had literally like 25 math questions and I had like 12 options questions. I was hoping for way more options and I didn't get them. But I still passed off the strength of suitability.
You knew enough
and,
to pass.
Yep.
Good job, my man. Good stuff, my man. Okay. Malachi, go get drunk. You earned it. Are you done now or no?
No, I gotta get to 66. I'm looking at it as we speak. I just been so busy, like I haven't been able to time, and I wanted to come earlier. I'm sorry, y'all.
No worries. Okay. Go enjoy your life. Enjoy the weekend at least.
Yes.
That's what I will do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just remember, as I say, don't get drunk now. It counts. I mean, don't get arrested now. It counts.
All right. You also offer tutoring to 66, right? Or
Of course I do.
Okay.
All right.
We'll get you through this. Okay. Samantha, I saw your text. Once I go past Malachi, go get drunk and I'll talk to you. Come on Tuesday night, maybe we can talk. Okay. But go enjoy this weekend. Don't do anything until Monday. Don't start reading anything until Monday.
If y'all have any questions, you can send me on the Facebook group. I'm still available. I'll answer any.
Put it on his Facebook post. Okay.
Will do.
Okay. So before I jump off, Samantha, for some reason, if the class goes beyond the new class coming in, I can't hit the link. So I'm going to put them up as soon as I can. I'll email you the link. But I'm going to try to put all my YouTube shit up tonight.
Perfect. Thank you,
Okay.
Ken.
I always lie about that, but I'm going to get it tonight.
Well, I'll text you and harass you.
I know
so.
you will. Okay.
Right.
Everyone else, hopefully, Isabella, go get some sleep. Go out, go have a good time. And everyone else will see you on the other side.
Bye, Isabella. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, and thank you so much for everything.